Siemano, witam was serdecznie w 16 odcinku z gry Thaumaturge. Rozpoczęliśmy sobie akt drugi, jest to przedostatni akt, bo są tylko 3. Ostatnio mówiłem, że są chyba 4, ale sobie sprawdziłem, są 3. No i na chwilę obecną zaraz się położymy. Nie zgubiłem się, tak sobie smyram po pięterku, bo czemu by nie? Okej. Idziemy spać. Odkryj źródło klątwy golema. Jeszcze tu tylko włączony fałsynk, dobra.
And yet different. Well, well. Is this a dream?
Źródło golema. Zium.
I need to get out of here.
No, bo z tego co pamiętacie, żydowski golem nas goni. Przyciszyłem trochę mikrofon. Nie wiem, czy na tyle, że będzie gorzej słychać. Muszę nad tym jeszcze popracować.
The devil himself.
Blind fool.
Well, what don't I see? Maybe you could give me an answer this time.
What don't you know?
Why is the golem pursuing our blood? You've not just put me in danger, but Liga as well. Who did you hurt so much that the golem was aiming to? Hold on. It succeeded, didn't it? That's what killed you. That's what made the building fall on you. Why did you let a rat like Konieczkin into our home? Now he's dogging Liga and me. Were you working for him? Did you start informing on your customers for him?
A fool's theory.
Who inflicted this punishment on you? What for? And how the hell do I lift it?
Everything I've done.
Was with your children in mind. I've heard it all before. For our good, I know. Thanks a lot. I definitely didn't ask for a blood curse. Are you finally going to say something?
You've wasted your time. I left you all the answers. You just have to find them.
Where am I supposed to look for them? In the Black Grimoire, which I nearly got from you? In that case, where is it? Who was it? Your friends? Your coterie that you hid even from your lover? Who are they? What were you planning?
You possess everything I had. I've left you everything you need.
Come back here! I'm not finished with you yet!
Jeśli drobne trzaski słyszeliście, to dlatego, że mikrofon poprawiałem. Swoją drogą macie tu opis golema, dybuka i Welesa. No okej, mogliście sobie tam popauzować, poczytać, jeśli kogoś to interesuje. A my idziemy porozmawiać z siostrą.
Teodosia Majewska's bathhouse. Wiktoriusz speaking.
Shulsky, this is Pielewin.
I was waiting for your call, Commissioner. Go on.
They released Kajetan in the morning. I thought you'd want to know. I cleared him of all the charges, but he doesn't really care.
How did the fisherman's, I mean Clara's case end?
That's covered with investigative secrecy.
I see. And what about... Hello?
Okej. Wiecie co? No, dobra. Idziemy i tak pogadać z siostrą najpierw.
Look who's up. Sleeping Beauty. Have some coffee. In the morning, Grażynka brews it strong. All the revelations yesterday overwhelmed me a little. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my outburst.
Forgive me for yesterday. Warsaw was getting to me.
Yes, I know the feeling. And I don't want to quarrel with you either. We'd be better off focusing on the obstacles ahead of us. I thought that, given our situation, your suggestion to talk to Konieczkin wasn't so bad after all.
I suspect he'll offer us a deal with the devil.
For now, I'm just thinking out loud. I thought about what you were saying yesterday. Those strange phenomena related to the golem. Once, when I was taking a carriage to the store, the horse took fright. First it reared, then it started kicking, and after a moment it froze and dropped dead on the cobblestones. But it was already old. Could that have been the golem?
That I don't know yet.
Does that mean we might be in danger?
I don't know how long it took the golem to reach Father. He only found me in Warsaw that one time. I don't know how he works.
I can't believe Father didn't know that either. There must be something in his office. Anything.
Maybe.
Is there any other way you could find out?
I had a dream about Father.
Me too. Right after he died. He was soothing me with my favorite lullaby.
First he insulted me, and then blood poured down his face.
Very funny. Do you see him often in your dreams?
No, drugi raz właśnie, też tak sobie teraz liczyłem.
This was only the second time. I hope there will be more. It's been a long time since I was quarantined in the hospital. They're not ordinary dreams. They're very realistic visions. I talk to him, I ask questions, but I can't understand his answers.
Why don't we focus on real life?
Has anything been reported about Port Praga?
I've been keeping an eye out, but nothing yet. But Svetlana's disappearance won't go unnoticed for long. Hyenas like fresh corpses.
I know that you're still sorting through things there, but I really have to visit our store in Mirów.
I'm basically done, and I was planning to go there now after breakfast. Will you join me?
I should look through all of Father's things in the store. Everything he left behind.
All right. Let's go.
Let's go! Szkoda, że nie ma dubbingu ta gierka.
Not much has changed here.
Just the sign. Or maybe the owner.
That's right. Now it's your kingdom.
I don't think queens dig through columns of numbers, exotic names, addresses, and consignment notes. Or scold customers who don't know the difference between powdered skull and powdered mummy. Have you developed an interest in the family business?
Actually, what is the difference between mummy powder and skull powder?
Skull powder is powder from a skull. You use it to make an extract for apoplexy and bleeding. Thomas Willis, a pioneer of brain research, had a habit of adding it to his hot chocolate. Powdered mummy is an oil. Egyptian mummies are covered in a dark substance that's a mixture of embalming fluids and organic fluids from the body of the deceased. This hardened human resin has to be scraped off the mummy and made into an oil. It helps with wounds, rashes, sore throats, and dizziness.
It sounds like that substance is bitumen. And there are easy ways of getting it than scraping mummies.
That might be. But our customers prefer scraped mummies. Unless you're considering diversifying our selection.
This conversation has convinced me even more that Father left the business in the right hands.
Come into my chamber. I have to take care of the inventory. Try not to make more of a mess than there already is.
No to siump. Rejestr towarów. List rezygnacyjny. Co tu jeszcze znajdziemy? Stary zegar.
What is this?
The photograph, Victor. A marvelous invention. Father was very fond of them.
I meant what Father has on his face. That smile. I'm sure someone he disliked had just died.
Did you want something, or are you here to joke around?
When was this picture taken?
Who knows, a quarter century ago? We must not have even been 5. You two look more and more alike.
Don't scare me. The guy next to Father, that's Hayat, right?
Yes, he's just younger, Victor. That's how photographs work, you know. They stop time and place. I can also see here that they were friends. But a year ago, that ended and they stopped working together.
Yes, you mentioned it recently.
It's a shame Papa never said why.
Could Hayat have wanted our father to die? Could he have sent the golem after him?
I think you'll have to ask him. I heard that he bought out one of the 2 rundown laundries here in Mirov, not too far away. You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm taking another look around.
Aha.
Is that?
Yes. I'll take a quick look around.
Be careful. On my way.
Golem pod nosem, a ty się będziesz rozglądał, gościu.
I wanted to talk to you about a certain university.
The store looks better than I remembered. More human.
I've sorted through the remaining junk and I'm keeping the monkey brains, prepared corpses, and potency ointments just in the catalog now, so mothers can come here with their kids.
Do you want to be better than father?
People look at a businesswoman strangely, so I intend to prove to them that I'm better than businessmen. I'm doing my best.
Has anything strange happened lately? Anything that might have something to do with the golem?
A cup fell from the table and someone stumbled while crossing the doorstep, but I assume those aren't things that can be attributed to a golem.
Most likely common clumsiness. That's good news.
And some plaster fell from the ceiling, but that's probably because something was passing by. Nothing serious. Anything else?
Albo przechodził golem.
What's this mysterious university?
I'm giving a lecture at the Flying University. It's a very informal educational initiative, not to say secret. And an important one, especially for women who can get an education from us, which they are legally prohibited from doing under the partition. I'd like you to come with me.
Of course I will go. I will be honored.
No questions or bargaining? Who are you and what have you done to my brother?
If it's important to you, there's no need to persuade me.
The university is meeting in the antiquarian bookshop across the Green Square. Which brings us to the most important thing. Everyone brings something sweet, so I ordered some donuts from Mrs. Jagoda. The best ones. And the best donut is filled with...
Z różą.
With rose jam.
When did you get so boring?
I learned to appreciate classics.
Get those donuts, will you?
I'll see what I can do.
Okej. Chciałem się zająć tym zadaniem pobocznym, ale to myślę, że będzie czas na to jeszcze. O, coś tu mamy. Szkic. Okej, zasuwamy tutaj. Że zadanie poboczne poczeka. O,
Fate has brought us together again, Victor Szulski.
Why do you bother, King of the Tempermancers?
I learned from my mistakes, and now the time has come for me to reclaim the throne and the title that I deserve. Come on, I dare you.
All right.
To me, visitors, to me.
o Boziu, Boziu. Aż mi się przypomina zadanie z Wiedźmina Trójki. I ten typek, co obiecał kobiecie, że pokona 100. Tylko trójeczka. Ale dobra, jeden leży. Dobra, fatum. Dziękuję, do widzenia. Mój przyjacielu, pora na ciebie. Dobra.
Never. There is no shame in losing to a better man. The way tells me to find you again soon.
I will be ready, White Roman.
You will not know the day nor time. That is the creed of temperamancers.
Yes, just not here. My sister will kill me.
Stay well, until fate makes our paths cross again, King of the Temperamancers.
Ulotka reklamowa. W tą stronę? Wydawało mi się, że do góry mieliśmy lecieć. O, coś tu mamy. Zażalenie. Jeszcze coś. Wierszyk. Tak swoją. Zobacz się z Rasputinem, odszukaj przyjaciół. Dobra, dobra. O, coś tu mamy. Pocztówka z Łodzi. Jeszcze? Ogłoszenie. Jeszcze coś gdzieś tu. Zbieram to w sumie tylko dlatego, że trochę expa to daje. Pusta tubka. Na górę. Gabinet ojca. Nie, w gabinecie wszystko. Stary list. Dokumenty własności. O, jeszcze coś tam mamy. Tekst kabalistyczny. Coś widziałem.
I have to find their meeting place.
Zwykłe drewniane pudełko. Podejrzany adres i wiadomość, którą mógł odczytać tylko inny traumaturg. Pachnie tajemnicą, pachnie spiskiem. Dokładnie o czymś takim mówił Konieczkin i Swietłana. Amulet w języku hebrajskim. Rabin Sofer z synagogi Nożyków nałożył na ojca klątwę golema. Ciekawe. Szczególnie, że tych dwóch się najwyraźniej przyjaźniło. Z drugiej strony niszczenie ważnych relacji było ulubioną rozrywką ojca. Może najpierw z tym... co tu mamy? Artykuł w gazecie. Jedziemy na Mirów. Swoją drogą jest to lokacja, której nie zwiedzaliśmy w ogóle. I nie żeby coś, ale...
That's him, the one with the book. You oozing carbuncle. You ain't had enough of Warsaw yet? So you're sticking your nose in on people here?
You know what happens to fellas who sniff around where they ain't supposed to?
Mirów don't kid around with them.
I just wanted to stop by the laundry.
He must have shit his pants. You'll have to find yourself another laundry.
No to lejemy kolejnych. Co zrobić? Bombeczkę go. Tak się bawicie? To masz za 12. Przyznam, że walki są jednak nudnawe. Do widzenia. Połatana kapota. Tutaj.
You're talking nonsense!
Did you hear about Praga? I'm at the harbor getting fish, and half the wharf is in splinters. They said there's even bodies.
More bodies than they usually fish out of the Vistula, practically every day. They were only just writing about Powiśle.
But listen to this. They're saying it's some giant did it all.
You sure?
Maybe I can help. Recently, I've taken an interest in one of those.
Leave us alone. Did you wander in here by mistake?
I hope those guys outside are your relatives. Otherwise, you're paying too much for your protection. Are you scared of something?
I'm not easily frightened. I have the time spent working with your father to thank for that. You got some dirty laundry that needs cleaning, Mr. Shulsky.
I was interested in this giant you mentioned to the fishmonger.
I can't help you. Rabbis are the ones who deal with golems.
I didn't say anything about a golem.
I'm afraid I can't help you. And now, if you'd like...
You were curious how my father died. Beneath the ruins of a building in Śródmieście.
That's awful. How did it happen?
I'm glad you're asking. A remarkable death, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's have a word about your conflict with my father.
There was no such thing. I have warm feelings for the store, and his father as well.
Why did you quit working for my father?
It was a mutual decision.
I know that you and my father parted ways in bad terms. What happened?
We both had difficult personalities, but I still remember him fondly.
Coś mi umyka.
You're not telling me everything.
I don't have to explain myself to you, Mr. Shulsky.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell.
Zgubiona moneta. Wspólna fotografia w biurze. Czy jeszcze coś tu...
Is there something else you need?
Let's talk about your relationship with my father. A tense relationship.
Mr. Shulsky, I'll say it one more time.
A proszę.
Liar. Your anger still lingers around the photograph of my father. You're going to find it hard to hide anything from me.
I'm not in the habit of speaking ill of the dead, Mr. Shulsky. Especially to their family. Old grudges drove us apart. Not all stains are easy to remove, especially ones on a person's honor.
And might they give you a reason to seek revenge? A motive?
I can't summon golems, if that's what you're getting at.
But you know there is such a possibility.
Is that all? I need to get back to work.
Coś umyka.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this...
Fair.
Ale nic tu na razie... nie wyciągnę więcej. Tak więc lecimy do nożyków. A co my tu mamy? Poka, poka. Ogłoszenie. No. A to jest ta sama dzielnia.
Hello.
You said a month, 2 at most. I believed you. Then came the very first rain, and it was pouring in again. You fixed it, then the next rain. Soaked. I can't sleep because I have to keep emptying buckets. It's leaking just as badly as it was before. But the eyes of God are in every place, and they're watching.
Rabbi, when I said 2 months, you said there was one hole in the ceiling, but the whole building is in shambles here.
I can do it.
Quiet! You can seal up your daddy's barn with straw. The roof is gonna get holes because the foundations are crumbling.
So, let's go down to the basement.
Oh no, definitely not there.
Why do you afflict me so? I know why, because you know I shall bear it. Well, sir, are you just here to listen, or have you got something to say?
Am I speaking to Rabbi Sofer?
You see, all I gotta do is mention these cellars and his name comes up.
Would Hashem let a synagogue be haunted?
Hey now, quiet.
You're too late, I'm afraid. My name is Feldman. Rabbi Sofer departed this world almost a year ago. Forgive me, I have worldly matters to attend to.
I understand, Rabbi. And if someone were to help you with these workers?
In the words of the market woman trying to tempt a Jewish man into idolatry, what harm would it do?
I understand.
Bójka. A jednak nie bójka. Ale... Stara drabina. Pęknięta ściana. I wiadro na deszczówkę. O Jezu, w sumie przepraszam, chyba troszkę za szybko wam to przemijam. Robotnicy są bogobojni, ale w swej wierze doszli do odmiennych wniosków. Młodszy chce jak najszybciej odnowić świątynię na boską chwałę, starszy boi się, że naprawa tego, co Bóg wolą swą zniszczył, jest grzechem.
Back up. God helps those who help themselves.
But maybe you're right, Rabbi. Maybe Hashem is afflicting us, setting a test for us.
You heard the guy talking about Sofer. The old man cursed this place, especially these cellars.
So I'll go on my own and show that Hashem protects me against curses in Hashem's domain.
On your own. You can seal up your daddy's barn, right? Fine, let's go.
You've gotten the better of me again, Hashem. Your tests still surprise me, but if this is your will, I think Hashem has sent you to me. Who are you?
I'm the son of Stanisław Szulski, and I really need help.
Let's go into my office. Let's show Hashem we accept the challenge.
Muzyk. Notatka Sofera. Wczoraj, gdy szedłem w stronę ulicy Grzybowskiej, uderzyło mnie intensywne, acz nieznane odczucie, jakie towarzyszy mi zwykle tam, gdzie grasuje salutor. Uderzyło mnie z całą mocą, gdy mijałem targowisko. Nie rozpoznaję jednak tego rodzaju energii, egzotycznej, dzikiej. Ten przybysz nie jest stąd.
What do we have here?
No to pogadajmy.
What problem brought you here?
Rabbi Sofer put a curse on my father. Unfortunately, it started affecting his children as well.
A curse is a serious accusation, you know. I find it hard to believe Sofer would do such a thing.
Maybe, Rabbi, you could tell me something about golems.
Son of Stanisław, golems are a matter of Kabbalah, and you are not allowed to study them. It's a trap for a soul. There are tales of golems being summoned for revenge, or in good faith, for protection. But they all end rather badly. And you claim that Sofer supposedly sent a golem?
I don't know. Did the old rabbi perhaps leave some things here? May I take a look at them?
Yes, here you are. All his books are here. I don't think I threw anything out. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Rabbi, could you tell me something about Sofer?
He was fair, but also difficult and very principled, like this city. Riots, provocations, pogroms, overpopulation. But if he's the one who inflicted the curse, he must have been a powerful thaumaturge and Kabbalist.
Who can summon a golem?
Normally, it's determined by need. The Kabbalist rabbi summons the golem himself, but other Jewish people can also entreat him to do so. In legends, the golem is a terrible punishment and a tool for meting out divine justice. But I think it's an offense against Hashem, and revenge is no justice.
How can I stop a golem?
To summon it to life, you write the 3 Hebrew letters spelling emes, truth, on the clay that formed it. In an attempt to stop the monster, the heroes of these legends would erase the first letter from its clay body. That leaves mes, which means death. But I don't know how much truth is in that.
Rabbi, could you help me understand something about Kabbalah?
No, and I'll say no more on the subject. I fear for your soul.
I'm afraid that I won't find anything more here. Thank you, Rabbi.
Ja tu jeszcze nie przeszukałem. No. Nadgryzione wieczne pióro.
Mordechai Hayat. What do you know?
Porcelanowa filiżanka. I to Hayata. Hayat był przyjacielem i współpracownikiem ojca, do czasu, aż Stanisław Szulski zrobił coś, co wywołało w nim nienawiść. Cokolwiek to było, popchnęło Mordechaja do ostateczności i poprosił rabina o rzucenie klątwy golema. Niestety po śmierci ojca klątwa przeszła na mnie. Dzięki, tato. Lekarz.
Rabbi?
I'm listening.
Mordechai Hayat. Do you know that name, Rabbi?
He owns one of the laundries here in Miruf, but I admit he doesn't really come to see me. Maybe there are other things I could be of more help with.
I found a prescription belonging to the old rabbi. Was something troubling him?
He had heart problems. The local pharmacist would even bring him some kind of special medicine.
What was that pharmacist called?
Abraham Horowitz. But now his pharmacy is sitting empty.
Let me guess. He's dead?
Unfortunately. Some say that the socialists were involved. Others claim it was the Ochrana's doing. Let's keep talking, if you need to.
I'll be off now.
I'll pray for you.
To idziemy zbadać aptekę. No już tutaj raczej nic więcej nie znajdziemy. Podejrzewam, że w jednym odcinku tego zadania nie zakończymy, biorąc pod uwagę, że już mamy 45 minut. Szalik. List. To są zapewne te zadania tam, różne miejsca, żeby zwiedzić. Zaryglowana apteka. Parapet. Puste opakowanie po pomadzie. Mordechaja obwiniał ojca o zniknięcie Abrahama, ale nie znał całej prawdy. Horowitz, czy jak to tam się czyta, był zamieszany w niebezpieczną grę pomiędzy socjalistami i ochraną, która prędzej czy później naraziłaby na niebezpieczeństwo wielu ludzi. Stanisław Szulski pozbył się aptekarza z zimną krwią, ale zrobił to w imię większego dobra. Chociaż może jednak się nam uda. Idziemy pogadać z Mordechajem, czy któryś tam... Goli broda. Zero znajdziek i już jesteśmy na miejscu. Coś nowego się tu pojawiło? Nie.
Mr. Szulski again. Have a new theory?
A i owszem.
I know about the pharmacist.
Beg your pardon?
All this is because Abraham Horowitz, isn't it? He lost his life, and the whole community felt it. Seems like you did most of all. I just don't get why Horowitz was so important to you.
Community. Something you Szulskis don't know a thing about. Here, we take care of everyone equally. No one is more or less important than anyone else. Your father's punishment was fitting for his actions and his background. The wrath of the Jewish people. A death for a death.
Was it worth it? A golem is a blunt instrument that kills and harms everyone in reach.
What are you talking about?
You wanted to teach my father a lesson, and you did. It's too bad innocent people died in the process. The building that collapsed on Stanisław, it was inhabited by people. Now all that's left of them are some damaged items. That's what happens every time the golem physically manifests. Random people lose their lives due to its untamed power.
No, it can't be. It wasn't supposed to be that way.
My father and Sofer knew one another for years. Father knew the rabbi could be forced to create a golem if Horowitz was killed. They both took that risk. Sofer couldn't reveal that he knew Stanisław. He also knew that Horowitz had to disappear because he was a threat to too many people.
To whom?
That doesn't matter. You don't have anything to do with this, Mordechai. Just like I have nothing to do with my father's actions. I am connected to them only by my blood.
What do you want?
To get rid of the golem. Tell me something, anything, that will get me closer to a solution.
Instead of telling you, I'll show you.
Where? Into an alley, where some friend of yours will smack me around?
To the synagogue. Are you coming?
Yes, let's go.
We'll stop to get Feldman. He should see this too.
No to dawaj do piwnicy. Coś tu mamy? Nie prowadzicie mnie w dziwne miejsca. Wpierdziel wam i tak spuszczę, w razie czego. Uhuhu. Kolumna. Zapisany materiał. Wiadra z gliną. Zniszczona ściana. Tędy wyszedł golem. To tu przywołano golema, który dogonił i zabił mojego ojca, a teraz ściga mnie. Myślałem, że salutory nie mogą mieć fizycznej formy, ale myliłem się. Dzięki kabale i nienawiści nawet fundamentalne prawa traumaturgii mogą zostać nagięte. Nie odkręcę tego sam, potrzebuję sprzymierzeńca. No, ziomy.
So,
No wonder the roof is leaking if the foundation is crumbling. A lovely metaphor, Hashem. But what happened here had nothing to do with Hashem. Did it?
Mr. Shulsky wished to know the origin of his curse. This is where it took its shape. If I'd... Now I see it differently, but back then, when I was talking to Sofer, revenge and justice seemed one and the same.
Revenge is no justice. It is always dictated by anger, and in anger, erring comes easily. But Sofer agreed to it.
He summoned the golem. What else do you want to know?
what do you remember from the moment you summoned the golem?
Nothing. I don't want to go back to that.
Your memory takes shape and forms into words. Talk to me, Mordechai.
I feel cold. Cold from the clay seeps into my fingers, into my bones. But the colossus I've been sculpting for hours is nearly ready. Sofer whispers the spell in Hebrew, but his words throb in my temples and soul. The colossus comes to life and looks at me.
What did Sofer say then?
I don't know.
Speak!
I couldn't hear, I swear. I couldn't hear. Truly. Enough, I beg you. Enough. Your family and your blood deserved this curse. Enough.
Hayat. How could Sofer have done something like this? And you, sir, how are you not ashamed?
Maybe I've treated Hayat unfairly.
You made him relive all that. That's torture.
I wanted to know. Anything might help us get rid of the golem.
Even so.
This place won't tell me anymore.
And what have you learned?
The hole you can't miss over there is the new door the golem smashed when it was summoned to life.
And no one saw anything. How is that possible?
The clay formed a shell that Soffer infused with the saluter. Hayat brought it and spent hours shaping the body of the golem.
Hours? That must have been horribly exhausting.
What's a few hours in exchange for a curse that lasts generations? These are the remains of some fabric that Soffer wrote something on, in Hebrew, I think. This might be some prayer, incantation, even a spell. There's not enough left to read anything. That's all, but I'm not any closer to a solution. I need someone like Soffer.
A thaumaturge and a kabbalist?
Do you know one, Rabbi?
Well, there is someone. Normally, I'd advise against contacting him, but after considering these extraordinary circumstances, and with trust in your choice of a path to lead me down, I'm compelled to reveal that it's Ariel Rofe.
Of course.
Do you know one another?
Well, I know him well enough to suspect that he might not want to help me, but I'll look for him.
Mercy rebuilds bridges.
I think I know where Rafa would tell me to shove that.
All right, I think it's time for us to go. This place just makes the blood boil. Shall we?
Let's get out of here.
No dobrze. Ale ciąg dalszy zrobimy sobie już w następnym odcinku, gdyż ponieważ ten ma już godzinę czasu prawie, a nie chcę jakoś tak 1,5 godzinnych czy 2-godzinnych odcinków robić, choć podejrzewam, że w miarę szybko się to zakończy już, ale skończymy to sobie w następnym odcinku. Udamy się do Kajetana, żeby schwytać kolejnego sarutora. No i będziemy myśleć, co dalej. Także ja was serdecznie zapraszam na następne odcinki, w tym, cóż, no, to by było na tyle. Także trzymajcie się, do zobaczenia. Pa, pa!